Let me just pucker up. Okay. Bitches love tea. I'm bitches. Hi witches, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your local chaotic witch aunt. And today, we're talking about 3 cleansing methods for every witch. Thank you for laying down. Everyone is behaving today. I don't know if it's something in the air, something in the vibes. I don't know if I've hit the point where they're like, don't f with mom. That's where we are now. We're gonna start off with, what is cleansing? Like we do in every video when we talk about, 3 blank methods for every witch. This is kind of what I'm focusing on. Cleansing, to me, excuse me, I gotta burp. Cleansing to me is spiritual upkeep. For me, you better stay there. Stinky Cat, can you lay down? Oh, wow. The cat wants attention, I'm so sorry. Give her scratches on her baby kitty head. It is literally like the metaphysical form of cleaning. I consider it in a lot of ways to be very similar to what you would do with physical cleaning. For when I physically clean, I'm removing gunk, dust, dirt, literally just getting things off of surfaces and washing the stuff off of sheets, etc. So if we see cleansing as spiritual cleaning, to cleanse is to remove all of that energetic gunk that has built up on you, in your space, and in your life as of recently. The frequency in which a practitioner will cleanse depends on the practitioner. Me personally, I figured out how to implement cleansing into my cleaning routine, and I haven't been the same since. I do it every week, every other week, and it has become one of the things where I don't feel right if I don't cleanse my space and clean every week or every other week. There are lots of different cleansing methods that are prevalent in so many different traditions, practices, and cultures across the world, whether that is, oh my gosh, my eye. Oh God. Heathens. Whether that is like physically cleaning and implementing cleansing methods into that, or like going out of your way to do it. There are also going to be different terminology depending on the practice and the tradition. So in my tradition, smoke cleansing is sufumiji or fumigations, and they are used to not only cleanse but to remove evil eye and as healing methods. Do I do a lot of smoke cleansing? Yeah, I do. And that is going to be our first topic of discussion for a cleansing method that every witch can implement. Like my past videos, these are methods that I feel like could be worked into your practice, personalized, and added on to depending on your personal life, your personal practice. The first one is, oh my God, hold on. Let me get the tea out here. That's hot. Holy shit. Bitches are steaming. This bitch steaming. Anyways, smoke cleansing is going to be the first method here because I feel like smoke cleansing is not only present in so many different practices, cultures across the globe, but it's done in different ways in every single practice and culture. So, few notes. Smoke cleansing is not smudging. Smudging is a very specific term used within certain indigenous tribes to represent smoke cleansing. And because it is specific to a tradition, there's a specific way to do it. So you would just be, if you're going around saying, I'm gonna smudge myself, you're just doing, not only are you smudging wrong, you're not even, what are you doing? It doesn't make sense. It's like me walking around and being like, I'm gonna sane myself. Saning is also very specific. Why would I say that? when that's not what my tradition does. And there's always a very specific way of doing it within that tradition. So if you're saying the word, you probably are not aware that it is actually a specific method in a specific tradition, 1. 2, just say smoke cleansing, because smoke cleansing is like a nice big chunky term that we can fit all these things under. Smoke cleansing is found in a lot of different traditions, practices across the world. Smudging is not. Smudging is specific, and it should be used in a specific way to stop the misappropriation and misunderstanding of indigenous cultures and rituals. So there's that. If you want to go around saying you're fumigating, you're doing a fumigation, which is the word in Italian folk magic, I'd be like, okay, do you know how to do it? It's the same vibe. And the reason that a lot of people say smudging is, 1, because I think a lot of people, you know what, I'm not even gonna get into that, but that's just, let's get our terminology right before we move into this topic, because we should get our terminology right. Words are power, words are important. Even if you feel like it's not that big of a deal, there are definitely people who feel like it's a big deal, and changing our language and decolonizing our language is the first step into decolonizing our practice. Traditionally, in Italian folk magic, you take some coals, put it on a ceramic tile, and throw herbs on top of it. You could also use like a shovel. One of my teachers was like posting a video with like an iron shovel with coals on it. The coals are traditionally taken from the fireplace. For me, I don't have access to a fireplace, nor do I have a ceramic tile. These ceramic tiles were also typically passed down in families. I did not get one. Mom, I'm kidding. But that is the traditional way of doing it. You add herbs on it, and then there are specific prayers used, specific mixes used for different things, specific like ways it's put over the body. Some people, you put like a towel over the head and stand above it. You basically just suffocate yourself to get it in, and technically it's not suffocating, but that's one of the ways of doing it. So that is suffumigio or fumigations. Because I don't have access to a lot of those things, I just instead use a little charcoal tab and a fireproof dish. It's ceramic, it's just shaped like a cauldron. So I think it counts. Most of the mixes that I use are ground up. I make them myself, or I will use incense. This is my new favorite incense as of recently. This is the Ensign's Rosicrucian incense. It's literally just like an amazing, come here. It's a rose incense, rose formula. It smells so good. I love it. I got 2 packs of it from work. Delicious. But it's not, the rose is not the most constructive into cleansing. So for cleansing, I like to use herbs associated with my practice and my herbal allies. And so what I like to do is I do a 2-part bay laurel, 1 part rue, and 2-part hyssop mix to cleanse my space. I do add extra things in there depending on the vibe of that week, but that is kind of what I start with. Hyssop has really strong purification associations. And my coworker said the other day it was grown at the feet of God. No, never mind, that's wrong. It has something to do with Jesus. There's a Bible, like, there's something biblical about hyssop. I just don't remember what it is. But because of that, we can use it and cast it in an important place in Italian folk magic. Bay laurel, very similar. Usage like hyssop goes back to ancient Greece and Rome, not only for purification, but people would inhale the smoke. And then rue, my baby, one of my strongest herbal allies. I love her. She is my little kick in this mix. So I always include rue in my mix, but it should be known that rue is very smelly. When you burn her, it stinks. And that is why we use her to cleanse and banish and protect, because stinky plants keep away bad spirits. That's how it works, according to everyone. I don't know. you can add in herbs from your tradition or stronger herbs, as well as burning different herbs for different purposes. So that is my base. That's the base I always use in my practice. If I need a little bit more of a protective hit, I may add something like Angelica. If I need a little bit more purifying energy, I may add in something like olive leaf. I may use myrrh to attract love. I may use money drawing herbs if I'm trying to bring in money that week, or I'm doing a big opportunity or something's happening. But that's my particular tradition and practice. Because I gave you that mix, feel free to use it. It works like a charm for me. I tend to start from the back of the house. I move into each room, and then I move forward with the door open. I absolutely love smoke cleansing. You can also use literally anything that is important to you. Some really good herbs outside, just in general, for cleansing or purifying. Dragon's blood incense a lot of people use. I personally haven't used it, but because of that, I figured I should put it on the list. Oh my God, stop eating the blessed palm. Stinky Cat, I need those. Hey, oh my God. She's consuming Christ. This is chaos. Frankincense. Good stuff. I consider frankincense to have more exorcism properties than purifying, but I do feel as though vervain is very purifying, and I love vervain for purification purposes. Rosemary, beautiful protective energy while also kicking out all the bad shit. Rosemary has a little bit of a darker shadow side. Gardener clary sage, love it. If there is a specific sage that you use within your tradition, amazing. Mugwort, it's good for kicking things out. Once again, stinky plants, get rid of bad spirits. And fiery wall of protection incense. This is one that I got from Ritual Craft. They also have a clear it incense, but it is camphor in it. And camphor, to my knowledge, at least my understanding of it in like Italian folk magic, is that it's literally like spiritual bleach. That was also what one of my teachers said, is like it's literally spiritual bleach. Like if you use it, you have to use blessings afterwards. So I wouldn't use clear it, that incense, unless you are really trying to kick something out. You could do a firewall for protection though. Really though, options are open to you for what you want to use. If you're like, I really want to cleanse with rose, go for it. Bless you. Did you chew on the palm and now Jesus is in you? You ate Jesus. My cat's blessed now because she chewed on blessed palm. Juniper. Juniper is amazing for smoke cleansing. I literally have like a giant juniper wand that I'll probably show in B-roll that I got from a witchy shop that is no longer active, but I love juniper as it's like protection from evil while also bringing in money, protecting from theft. In Italian folk magic, the association with juniper is like it really strongly wards away bad spirits because it burns bright white. It also has a lot of associations with abundance, protection from theft. So burn it if you're worried your house is gonna get robbed. So lock your doors. And I have a little bit of lemon balm, like a lemon balm smoke cleanse stick that my friend at Jew Witches sent me. Check out Jew Witches. I love it. It smells delicious. Lemon balm, chef's kiss. I want to make lemon balm tea eventually. But these are just a few things you can use to smoke cleanse with. You can literally use like one of those really tiny incense sticks and just run through your house. But that is a method for those of us that are able to light things on fire in our homes. There are a lot of people that are not physically able of doing that. So for those of you who are like, I cannot smoke cleanse in my house, I cannot burn candles, never fear. This next method is for you. Physical cleaning counts as cleansing, okay? And no one can tell me otherwise. Folk magic is mostly just sweeping the house and being like, get out. All right, sometimes we throw salt down. We just throw salt at things. There's literally in one of my books, it's like, some people throw salt at animals that they think may be suffering from the evil eye. And I'm like, oh my God. Like we just throw it everywhere. We just, exorcism. For physical cleaning, a few tips. Once again, move from back of the house to front of the house. For me, I will throw salt and maybe another herb down and then sweep it up to absorb all the negative energy. I love it. You can also throw down, I like oregano to bring joy into the house. If me and my partner are having a rough time, I throw a little oregano down. In my opinion, Lysol is your best friend. Okay, lots of cleaning tools have magical ingredients or can be worked with via scent. I know that there is a huge idea on the internet that floor cleaners that have chemicals in them are not spiritual and are bad for you spiritually. And to that I say, you are literally ignoring so much history in folk magic behind using just chemical cleaners to cleanse. That's what I'm gonna say. 1, 2, you're being a little classist. Not everyone can afford to get organic cleaners. Sometimes all we can get is the Lysol or the Fabuloso. I've heard amazing things about Fabuloso. We have it at work, I sniffed it, delicious. Lysol is lemon scented. In Italian folk magic, lemons are purifying. You can also play into that. So whenever I start cleaning my house and cleansing, I start with Lysol. Purify it, get rid of that bacteria, all that good shit, go from there. You can also wash down doors with particular waters. I love using a little bit of Rue water and then some St. John's water on my doors. And both of those are made by, I made them myself. You can also mop with particular waters or floor washes. I am not as familiar with floor washes because I am always worried I'm going to harm my floors because I'm renting. So I tend to do more door washing than floor washing, but it's kind of the same idea. You would like take the water and put a little bit into your mop and then go. For me, I will throw like Rue water, not the one I made, but because the one I made has grain alcohol in it and that scares me. All right, I worry because I want my security deposit back. Throw a little Crucella's Rue water on, Swiffer. I don't use a traditional mop, but if you have a traditional mop, you can throw a water in there. It could be homemade, it could be got from the store, anything, and mop your entire house with it. I mentioned sweeping already. There is so much magic involved in sweeping that I don't think we talk about. It's why I prefer sweeping to vacuuming. Also because I have hardwood floors. The hardwood floors are really influencing my life. If I ever get a floor with carpets, I'm going to lose my mind. It's just so, why would you have carpets all over your house? You just think about all the stains. How do you get it out? Anyways, I will throw down salt and then sweep it up. There's in Burn a Black Candle by Dee Norman talking about throwing down salt outside in front of your mat and then sweeping it away every month to absorb bad energy. Salt is literally seen as a tool in exorcism. It's a tool in making holy water. It is a purification tool. It is especially coarse salt is one of the biggest tools that we have in protecting against malocchio and cleansing and exorcising our spaces. I'm using the word exorcism and I was asked recently the difference between cleansing and exorcism at work, and this is my opinion, and the difference is that cleansing is spiritual upkeep and exorcism is getting actually forcing energy out. You can force energy out with cleansing, but exorcism is a bit more targeted, especially the one I do. When we think of exorcism, we think of the traditional getting a demon out of a body. Watch out for evil spirits. For me, I could exercise specifically trying to remove an entity from my home, or exorcisms in Italian folk magic can also be used to break curses. And for me, the one I do, I think literally says protect me against the evil eye, against envy, and against curses, and remove them from my home. So that's what I do every week. I throw salt around, I pray to it, I say a prayer that literally is praying to salt to help me remove negative influences and energy from my space. And for me, cleansing is almost cleaning, general cleaning, and exorcism is stain removal. I know you're there. I see you, and I remove you. Banishing could also be considered stain removal, but a lot of banishing is more kind of like exorcisms in Italian folk magic, so I just call it exorcism. You can also enchant your broom with cleansing properties or use a broom that contains protective trees. This is a little less accessible than some of the other things because finding, like, getting a wooden broom in this economy, I have a plastic one. You can, however, like, rub it in waters, tie a charm to it, have it so like it's turn it into a magical tool. Don't just treat it as a cleaning object and ignore it. Work with it. Work with the spirit of the broom. What does your broom have to say? Mine says, if you keep using me, I'm gonna fall apart. And I say, I don't really know what to say to that. Please help. You could also tie a branch of a protective tree to the broom if it's plastic. My broom was $10 at Target. It's enchanted. It works great. I love it. That is all I have for physical cleaning. I do, like I said, cleanse basically every week because I got into a habit of every time I sweep, every time I clean down counters, I am adding magic to it. I am throwing down salt, I am smoke cleansing, I am wiping things down with Lysol and Rue water, I am spraying and washing my doors. That is a hard habit to get into. It took me a while. And now, like I said, if I don't do it every week, I feel off, and I love myself for that. Finally, if you're like, okay, I don't have the energy to do all that physical cleaning, nor do I have the energy and I can't smoke cleanse, this last one is for you, sound cleansing. Oh, I love sound cleansing. Sound cleansing is literally using sound to cleanse your space. And it doesn't matter what kind of sound it is. It could be pots and pans banged together. It could be the sound of your favorite song carried through the house. It could be Gregorian chants, a magical incantation. It could be like a really weird, creepy song and you just play it and scream to it. A lot of people use bells. I like to use bells. I have a little bell on my altar and I have another bell, big bell in my closet that I don't use as much because it's really loud. And that's why it's like, it's really loud. A lot of times bells are used to invoke spirits, dismiss spirits. But if you're saying, I'm going to make a lot of noise and you need to leave. Good. Sound cleansing is once again another thing that is present in a lot of different traditions. It's not as present in Italian folk magic, which is why I don't do it as much. We do have something like a dancing, like the tarantella. Tarantella. Hi, you coming up? Oh, here he is. We're just gonna, okay. He's a hugging dog. Are you ready to be done? Are you ready to be done? Okay. So you may be more familiar with sound cleansing depending on your tradition, in the same way that I'm more familiar with like physical cleaning and smoke cleansing. There's also most likely a cleansing method that I didn't mention here that you're like, well, that's what I do all the time. Is that not for everyone? These are the ones I thought of off the top of my head, and falling in line with my other videos that I've done, I could only choose 3. So like, I would love to talk about like spiritual baths, showering, there are lots of other things too. Anointing yourself with holy oil. I don't know what holy oil is, but you could anoint yourself with it. That kind of stuff is fantastic. And amazing, but it's not as present in my tradition and in my practice. And once again, I can only choose 3, and I wanted to choose 3 that a lot of people could do and work with. And these were the 3 I thought of. If there's a cleansing method that I didn't mention here that you want to share or talk about, let me know down in the comments. If you want me to talk a little bit more about like cleansing in Italian folk magic, let me know. I would love to make a video on that. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and taking time out of your day to hear me yell about salt. salt. If you like the video, feel free to comment, subscribe, and turn the bell on, but absolutely no pressure. Remember to drink water and have an amazing rest of your day. Siate benedetti.